Hi, Bob Hoffman here in North Lansing at the Crown Boxing Club, where each week volunteers gather to help train people with Parkinson's disease. They're training them just as they would a prized fighter. And what they're finding is changing the patients' lives.
Good. 1, 2. All right, 1, 2.
Steve Robinson says he's never been much of an athlete, and boxing wasn't even a sport he'd consider. Then 4 years ago, he was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, and his priorities changed.
Well, it's made me a lot more balance-oriented. It improves your coordination and balance. It also improves your movement, because you tend to get stiff with Parkinson's.
Steve belongs to Gloved Ones, a local chapter of the Rocksteady Boxing organization. Rocksteady Boxing is a national organization educating people with Parkinson's disease about the benefits of exercise, specifically boxing. The mission is to empower people with the disease to fight back.
Well, when I first started the classes, I couldn't get my right arm above my head. It wouldn't go much above about here. Now,
Oh, wow.
so I mean, it's helped a lot, and just the ability to move my right arm.
Dr. Ron Horowitz is a founding member of Gloved Ones and one of the 3 volunteer trainers.
I think is a unique thing. It's something that I didn't know anything about before, but they call it neuroplasticity, and it means that the brain can adapt to, it can create a different pathway to complete an action. So think of a street that you use constantly for all these years. It gets you from place to place, and then suddenly the street develops a rut or a break or a water main breaks or something happens to the street and you can't use it anymore. The brain has the ability to make a new street for you, but you have to work at it. It's the person's responsibility. How much work you put in helps you develop that street and how quickly you can do it.
Wow.
As you hit the bag, you're going to...
When you use boxing exercises, or you can use other things too, it makes the mind and the muscle work together. If you're going to do a left jab, you have to think left arm jab. And that's the part that Parkinson's works on, destroying the connection between the mind and the muscle.
What do the grandkids say about this?
My grandsons are your size. They're like 6'3" and 6'4". Nana, you're what? I'm boxing. They love it.
Ted Zale is also a founding member of Gloved Ones and a volunteer trainer.
Yeah, my Uncle Tony was middleweight champion back in the 40s, 1940 to 1948. And actually, when I used to bring him down here and we'd work out in the gym, I was really surprised how animated he became. I didn't realize that doing the boxing exercises actually connected some of the new neurons with him. Of course, this is back 2017 when we looked at it, realized, geez, if I had been doing this with my uncle all those years, he might have lasted a lot longer.
Twice a week for the last 3 years, Ron, Ted, and Ted's son Patrick have volunteered their time helping people with Parkinson's learn to box.
Every workout session we leave here, we feel better than they do. They're able to, some of them have even begun driving again, which is incredible.
Both Steve and Roberta say they are incredibly thankful for Ron, Ted, and Patrick.
It means a lot because I have been a volunteer all my life and I know how much time that takes and how much effort it takes. And for them, they have training, they learn different techniques to use with us to help us with balance and control and the things that we're losing because of the Parkinson's. So their volunteer service is really important.
How long are you going to keep boxing?
Until I can't anymore. I'm 85, I figure, 3 or 4 more years I can probably keep doing it.
If you're interested in learning more about the Rocksteady Boxing program or becoming a volunteer of Gloved Ones, you can reach out to Ted Zale by emailing him at boxerted48@aol.com or visiting the Rocksteady website at rocksteadyboxing.org. We have this information for you at fox47news.com/goodneighbors. We want to say thank you to Ron, Ted, and Patrick, the 3 volunteers of Gloved Ones. You are this week's Good Neighbors.